Hello, my name is Raymond Garchowski. I am a living Christ. I'm going to speak to you about the events that are occurring with regards to the social media and their war upon this living Christ. This may or may not be my last video, for the satanic forces are closing in on this living Christ from all areas, all directions. And their control of media, the means, the platform for communication is so vast that it's hard to deal with their ability to alter anything that is said or videotaped without their ability to change it in some way. Hence, I have discovered that I am being censored by, I have been deleted altogether. My account has been deleted by Video Corporation, whom I've used for years to promote my videos. They have shut me down completely, despite my paid subscription to do so, thereby opening themselves up to a civil action should I choose to take such. I do realize the forces that are at bay with the court system, the criminal system that I have been exposing for years now. But to whom? To a blind audience, to a blind people who are conditioned to believe, who are conditioned toward virtual ideation of reality. That's life for them. That's their civilized life. And they sell their souls. You have sold your souls, most of you that I'm speaking to. And I'm sure that I will disturb a great number of you by my comments. Because you live in a fictional world. You aren't aware what life really is. You have been lied to all of your lives. You have been conditioned since early childhood by your schools to adapt to the fictional world of words, ideas, and concepts, illusions. That is the formation of the intellectual ego that applies only to fictional worlds. Not real. It cannot be real, cannot be true, because it's partial, it's based in words, it's based in definitions which alter according to beliefs. If you were born into a different culture, you have different definitions of the same words or ideas, and therefore you argue. You are conflicted. You are dualistic in nature. That's the nature of the civilized world. That's the nature of hell. Now, I declared openly for years now, and it has not been countermanded, that I am a simple man of truth. That's all that a Christ is. You see, you have been trained to believe in the idea of a Christ. And that idea is a divine idea, but a fiction based in superstition. But you believe it wholeheartedly. You sell your souls, your living essence. That's what your soul is. It is the truth. It is only found in the subconscious level of consciousness, of mind. But you are trained to live in your conscious intellect. which is a fictional arena of contradiction, of ideas based in conflicting definitions. Out of that conflicting world comes man's law. Nothing more conflicting or confusing than man's law. Look at it. Why are millions put in jail, enslaved, merely by words of authority? Do you understand that you are the living men and women? You're real. You're true. You are the source of all ideas that you hold in your fictional, intellectual, conditioned mind. And you create illusions. You create a life based in birth and death. It's an illusion. Understand? That which is based in a beginning and an end is always a fiction because it's partial. It isn't holistic, wholly, complete. If something is born and then dies, that is a story. His story, her story, your story. Understand? You're all based in storytelling, and you argue over your stories. That's what hell's all about. And I, this simple man of truth who has transcended the dualistic intellect, brings you that simple truth, that you are all one. You are the creator of the world that you personify. Oh, it's a fiction because you personified it. You made it into something particular out of your conscious intellect, your satanically ruled intellect, your trained intellect. Stimulus, response, reward, and punishment. That's how you were trained as children. And you grew up, you became adults, but you're still trained. And you train your children, and their children, and their children. And that's how life on fictional Earth continues from generation to generation, all based in history, his story. Not truth, for truth is eternal. It's beyond words, beyond time, beyond space, beyond dualism. And you art that. Thou art God. But you rebel against that. You deny it. You rail against it for you to hold on to your satanic conditioning that you are the servant of God. You pledge your lives to be slaves for an idea that you yourself project in your conscious intellect. That is the height of insanity. And that is the truth that this simple man of truth, this Christ, brings to you. And it causes such a threat to the existing world that all these satanic forces must come out and wage war against him. A single man, a single living man, not a capitulated person who agreed to be less than human, to abide by the rules of being a person equal to a corporation created by the corporation of government that is created by the mind of living men and women. You. You are the source of all life on earth. But you don't understand that. And you are here to understand that. That's what life is all about, and most of you do not learn the lesson. Instead, you're subjected to pain, great pain, suffering, contradiction. Why? Because you live in your conscious, intellectual, dualistic mind. That's hell. That's the only message that I have brought you. And I have shown you how to remove yourself from that hell by being quiet, by entering into meditation, by transcending the dualistic, noisy, chattering intellect and become quiet, silent, whole, observant of the energies of the waves, the undefined waves, the energy that comes and goes and forever exists. But you have chosen to live in your conscious intellect, your satanic intellect. You have chosen to live in hell, governed by outside satanic forces called government, religion, banks, corporations. These are all man-made intellectual organizations based in power, and they rule the civilized world. Well, you may be unable to understand the truth of this living Christ, but you can feel the energy is different from any other man that you are exposing yourself to on the internet. Oh, you have the researchers, the intellectuals who talk greatly about religion, about Satanism, Christianity, but they're all storytellers, and they cause you to take a position of either for or against. So they place you in a position of conflict, of hell, and they become very popular. Well, they're all satanic. Look at all of the people on the internet that are the most popular. Are they not storytellers? Do they not suggest you take a position of for or against, one of duality? And is that position not accountable for the violence and confusion that you are caught in? Of course you are, because you agree, you take a side. Because you take a side, you are fragmented. You are unholy, and you are placed in eternal conflict. The riots that are going on, the coronavirus, it's all BS. It's all satanic mind control. The coronavirus is merely a theory, an idea, found nowhere else but in your intellectual mind. Accept that, or deny it if you can, but if you do, you're insane. Because it cannot be denied. That's all it is an idea. And you will give your life. Patriotism is also that idea in which you will give your life for the ideation of nationality and its superiority over lesser nationalities. That's what war is all about. You kill each other over stupid ideas that have been conditioned into you, and you believe them like dunces. like ignoramuses, like citizens. Now, is that threatening? You may not think so, but those who control your minds do so. And they are launching an effort to get rid of this living Christ once and for all from the public availability. Understand? They do not want you to be accessible to the truth that I speak, because my truth destroys all illusion. And they are at fear of being destroyed. So they must destroy this living Christ first. But they cannot destroy him. They've tried. They tried on and off the internet to destroy this living Christ, but they have failed at all areas. I'm here. So, all they can do now is to remove my accessibility to you through these platforms. Now, the only place you will find all of my videos are on my website, arkenterprises.com, index/index.html, and arkenterprises.com/index9.html, #gospel with a capital G. There you will find hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube that you will not find anywhere else on the internet. I have tried all of the platforms, and one by one they have stopped, banned, controlled, deleted. Nowhere is that more proven than with Vimeo Corporation. Look at my website and its list of videos on index.html and index9.html, #gospel. You'll find more than 600 videos that are not shown anywhere else on the internet. And you may or may not be able to access them, as one by one they're being deleted by the various platforms. That's the threat that one single man of truth poses to the satanic control of the civilized world. And that world is yours. What are you going to do about it? I have shown you the way to boycott government, to remove your support so that it can no longer function without your support, because you are the living and they are the dead. That's the threat at this living Christ. And you must pay attention to the fact that I am called, I'm calling myself a living Christ, because you all worship the dead, intellectual, traumatically induced Christ of Christianity. That's an illusion in your mind. And you hold that illusion to be more real than the truth of this living Christ, this simple man of truth, speaking to you, to your souls, to your equally awareness beyond the limitations of intellectual satanic barriers of mind, the conscious mind. That's why you are disturbed, because you are holistic, but you have given that holisticness up in order to be a partial, intellectual person. And you feel the pain of that limitation. Well, damn it, wake up. Wake up and realize who you are. You are the creator of your quality of life. Act like it.